Hello and welcome back to Friday Minis. Today's video is going to be a very simple techniques video when it comes to graphics design. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be generating a simple sort of abstract background. While I'm going to be using GIMP to actually demonstrate these techniques to you, you can really use any image editing tool of your choice as long as it supports layer blending options as well as gradients, which it probably does support. The idea is extremely simple. Now, usually when we want to make use of gradients, well, we just, use one gradient and that's it. What we're going to try and do with this technique is we want to use multiple gradients and we want to blend them together in a way that is, kind of artistic, kind of fanciful. The simplest way to do this is to use two radial gradients and blend them together using some blending option that, is more than a simple transparency blending. What I like to do is I like to place the center of the circular gradients near the edges of the image. You want to have the two gradients on their own separate layers and then, just blend the two together. The usual way I do this is to first build the bottom layer, which I will leave there. And what I can do is I can tweak the upper layer by just selectively redrawing the gradients at different positions with different sizes. You want to pick a very simple gradient. You don't want one with, too many layers, otherwise it will make the image look very cluttered. In fact, I usually stick to just blending two colors together in one gradient. Don't just stop there when you're actually done with blending the two gradients together. What I like to do is I like to jump into Hue Saturation as well as the Levels tool. And what I find myself doing a lot of the time is I will tend to actually desaturate the image somewhat. Or you can also decrease the contrast, and that sort of washes out the color a little bit. That's generally a good idea. You don't want very strong saturated colors because that makes the image hard to look at. If you wash out the colors slightly, they also blend better. And at the end of the day, you get a nice, smooth, easy to look at result. Everything else is up to your creativity. Everything else is basically just what you want to generate. So just using a very simple technique of blending two gradients together and post-processing the result, you can get very nice sort of abstract modern looking backgrounds. That's all there is for this episode of Friday Minis. I hope you gained some insight today, but until next time, you're watching 0612 TV. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my work and are feeling generous, you can shoot me a one-time donation on PayPal or sign up for a recurring one on Patreon. Of course, you can simply like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. For more videos, links to my channel and a related playlist are on screen. Thank you for your support.